These two masters of evil are experts at bending others to their will, but beneath the mask lies the scars of their past. Literally.
Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith.
And Doctor Doom, Sovereign Ruler of Latveria.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Darth Vader. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, this masked murderer was one of the most dangerous and respected killers among the stars.
Nobody stood a chance. He was a force to be reckoned with.
But before he was a Dark Lord of the Sith, he was Anakin Skywalker, an innocent child sold to slavery on the harsh desert planet of Tatooine.
Anakin was a prodigy mechanic, a prodigy pod racer, and a prodigy Jedi. So I'd say the junk dealer who bought him got a pretty sweet deal. You know, apart from the whole ownership of people thing. Then Liam Neeson showed up and measured his power level to find out that this kid was the chosen one, destined to do something great that would bring balance to the all-powerful Force. Whatever the f*** that means.
Freed from slavery and trained under Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin grew into an extremely powerful Jedi, capable of lifting starships and crushing buildings with just his mind. He quickly rose through the Jedi ranks to the very top, and led the legendary 501st Legion in the galaxy-wide Clone Wars.
He also grew into a really arrogant and whiny douche.
It's all Obi-Wan's fault. He's holding me back!
Naturally curious to an extreme, the vast potential of the Force was intoxicating to Anakin. Unable to accept loss and pain, Anakin sought new powers to fix his problems. After a premonition of his pregnant wife's death, he decided he had no choice but to turn to the dark side of the Force for answers.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.
Despite being trained in the Jedi's pacifism, Anakin learned that he was really freaking good at killing people and murdered nearly the entire Jedi Order. His punishment? A tearful breakup with his old master and a leisurely dip in a pool of lava.
After some pretty intense reconstructive surgery, he was rebuilt as the black-cloaked Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader.
If there was anything you hated about Anakin before, don't worry, Vader is nothing like that whiny little prequel bitch. He's a badass through and through with one of the coolest voices of all time.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Vader's body was sustained by his dark armor, a mobile life support system designed to protect what was left of him and intimidate foes.
The suit enhanced his vision, hearing, and physique. With his robot limbs, he can leap dozens of feet and lift several hundred pounds, all without having to use the Force. The armor is even dense enough to deflect lightsaber blows.
Unfortunately for Vader, his new body had several problems. The armor was cumbersome and weighed him down. Much of it was mismatched, snagging and pulling on his body. His incessant raspy breathing often kept him awake. His synthetic skin itched constantly, and the control panel on his chest would sometimes beep for no reason at all.
You're saying in this technological marvel of an age, we can't fix one person who's fallen into lava?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
It's very likely Vader's Sith Master, knowing his new student could become more powerful than himself, included these faults on purpose. While it caused problems for Vader at first, he quickly grew accustomed to his suit's limitations and modified his fighting style to complement his new stance and strength. And while his life support systems are vulnerable to electric overload, should the worst happen, he can use the Force to sustain himself for several hours.
Vader wields a dual-phase lightsaber. Unlike normal lightsabers, which are already cool as shit, Vader can manually adjust his to double its length. But if it lasts for more than 4 hours, he needs to consult a doctor.
All too easy.
With his unmatched connection to the Force and training in both Jedi and Sith arts, he's learned a variety of techniques. He can deflect energy blasts with nothing but his hands, anticipate his opponent's next moves, and increase his speed and strength. And though his mechanical limbs cannot channel force lightning like his master, he can condense and launch a ball of electricity called kinetite.
And he can always use telekinesis to lift people up and choke the ever-living hell out of them. A power that would come in handy if you ever had to deal with an annoying co-host.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Using the dark side of the Force, Vader embraces his passion and rage in battle, complementing his extremely offensive fighting style. The angrier he gets, the deadlier he becomes.
He's defeated tons of Jedi Masters, including Obi-Wan himself. He matched his secret apprentice Galen Merrick in Force combat, who is powerful enough to move Star Destroyers, and killed a doppelganger of Darth Maul by impaling himself. Damn, that's dedication.
And finally, after discovering his long-lost son, Vader had a change of heart. He rescued his son by sacrificing himself to destroy the Sith once and for all. Or at least until the next movie comes out.
Darth Vader is impressive. Most impressive.
There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you.
Doctor Doom. Master of science, sorcery, and his own country, Doom is undoubtedly one of the most dangerous villains in the Marvel multiverse.
I mean, just look at him. He looks like death itself. But before he was Lord of Latveria, Victor Von Doom was a gypsy.
His father was a highly intelligent doctor who died of frostbite, and his mother just so happened to be a satanic witch who accidentally sold her soul to the devil.
Poor orphan Victor was determined to master both science and magic to honor his parents. And he did.
By secretly combining technology and sorcery, Victor made a name for himself with a number of miraculous inventions, including a robotic duplicate of himself dubbed a Doombot.
And get used to seeing those things. I mean, like every time Doom has been killed, it turns out it was just a Doombot.
This isn't Doom at all. It's some kind of Doombot.
No wonder he didn't use the ring. It's a complete fake.
He eventually developed a machine designed to take him to and from hell itself to rescue his mother.
But it blew up in his face. No, like, really, it blew up in his face.
After the accident, despite his only injury being a single scar, Victor was horrified that his always perfect face had been tainted. Victor ran away to the Himalayan mountains and ended up joining a group of Tibetan monks.
He soon put them to work building him an awesome suit of armor to enhance his power and hide his face. He was so eager to get the damn thing on that he put on the metal mask before it cooled down, messing up his face even more.
This armor magically severed his physical connection to the world, shielding him from the nightmares and transforming him into a cold engine of logic. Thus, he took the name Doctor Doom.
Victor, please.
Call me Doom.
With his new armor, Doctor Doom soon conquered his home country Latveria, claiming the throne for himself.
Is he really a doctor?
Well, he was expelled from college, but he just gave himself a Latverian doctorate once he was running the country. So, technically, yes.
What a cop-out! Those of us with degrees had to work hard for our doctorates.
You do not have a doctorate.
Yaha! Check it out! Got it in poultry science, specializing in the frying.
Well, holy shit.
Anyway, Doom's armor is mostly made of titanium, but there's way more to it. With it, he's strong enough to lift buildings, survive blows from Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet, and one-shot the Incredible Hulk. Plus, it has a force field, jet boosters, and energy blasters.
And also a molecular expander, which can enlarge small objects he keeps with him. Handy for turning tiny pebbles into giant boulders.
Maybe I should look into this science thing.
The armor also has numerous methods of energy absorption and manipulation, giving him complete control over all sorts of machinery.
It might just be the most overpowered suit in comic history. I mean, it even has pieces of the True Cross to protect against Dracula and other undead enemies.
It not only increases his physical strength, but also his magical abilities, which includes teleportation, mind transference, demonic summons, mystical blasts, and numerous other spells he's learned over the centuries. Yes, I said centuries. Doom time traveled to the earliest days of magic and learned all he could before returning to the present the normal way, by waiting.
Ah yes, I think I'll be immortal today. But as awesome as his armor is, Doom's still a badass without it. One time, Doom found himself stranded on another Earth, buck naked after being switched with his arch-nemesis Reed Richards by a celestial... long story. Anyway, he gets attacked by a lion, which he straight up killed with a single punch, then turned it into a pretty sweet suit.
Under Doom's rule, his country Latveria prospered. Its people loved their new dictator, though the rest of the world was of a different opinion.
Probably because he keeps trying to conquer it all.
Well, whether Doom is a bad guy is a bit up for debate. Sure, there was that one time he sacrificed the woman he loved to hell and had her skin turned into leather armor he wore, but for a long time, Doom's top priority was actually rescuing his mother from damnation.
And he eventually pulled it off. With that off the list, Doom did what any magically powered titan of science would do. He went time-hopping to the future.
Doom explored thousands of possible future timelines, and what he saw convinced him he needed to take over the world. See, Doom truly believes he must conquer the world, as that is the only possible future freed from suffering and want.
And he's kinda right. I mean, even the Panther God of Wakanda backed him up, and that guy looked into, like, all the futures.
However, despite his overwhelming power, intellect, and intentions, Doom is extremely arrogant to a fault.
It's ridiculous! I can't even count how many times Doom had world domination within his grasp and then dropped the ball. I mean, one time he stole the godly power cosmic from Silver Surfer and still lost because Mr. Fantastic tricked him into flying into a power cosmic sucking force field.
But if Doctor Doom could just keep his ego in check, nobody could ever stand in his way.
Your plan to destroy them has failed, Master.
Failed.
Doctor Doom does not fail.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Lord Vader, we ambushed the rebels orbiting Felucia, but Skywalker escaped. Again. I apologize. I shouldn't have been so hasty to begin.
An unwise decision. This farce is over. Bow before me. Don't underestimate the power of the Force. For it! I can sense it. Die! You cannot escape destiny. You wreck! It is pointless to resist. Witness the power of the Force. All too easy. What a farce! Enough! Beware my power! What is the meaning of this? Impressive. Enough. powerless to resist. You have no hope! Die! Got you!
KO!
Vader? No!
Darth Vader was extremely powerful, certainly capable of obliterating a basic Doombot. However, Doctor Doom himself is in a league of his own.
Vader may be the chosen one, but Doom's experience mastering magic and science trumped the Sith Lord. Plus, while Vader has proven his strategic prowess over 2 decades of experience leading an army, Doom has successfully led a country and then a whole planet.
And of course, Doctor Doom's armor is absurd. Its magical barriers and separation from the physical world have protected him from reality warping and telekinetic attacks from the likes of Thanos and the Silver Surfer, whose power makes Vader's lightsaber and force choke look like child's play. Even if Vader could get through that suit, Doom's mind is armored by his sheer willpower, preventing any of Vader's force-powered mental reading or manipulation.
Unfortunately, Vader was forced to meet his doom.
The winner is Doctor Doom.
Next time on Death Battle.
Ready for a rematch?
After hundreds of thousands of requests, we are doing this. We are bringing in Super Saiyan God Goku for the rematch of the century.
Yep, it's all going down live at SGC, our convention that we put on in Frisco, Texas, July 17th through 19th. So make sure you head to sgconvention.com, pick up a badge if you want to be there when we premiere this thing live. We got some stuff special planned. If you can't make it, then make sure you tune into the live stream because yes, we will be streaming it live.
And then Goku versus Superman will finally be over.
Will it though?
Yes.
Will it?
Yes.
We'll see.
Yes, it will.
Hey, make sure you guys follow us and Screw Attack on Twitter and social media. We'll see you guys at SGC or via the internet at SGC.
Bye, guys.
Bye.